From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dwayne Smoot able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him. So they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play here for Dallas.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The give is to Elliott. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Another completion there. We think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
From the 24, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold.
Great job, D.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Escapes the defender. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A give to Elliott. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. And the catch made by Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. On 4th down, on his Logan Cook to punt. fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On the option, here's Elliott. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Etienne to start the drive. Shifts by him. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
No chance. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020. He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Out to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 29. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Elliott, toss right. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll drop to throw. Now he's flushed out right. Complete. It's Johnson. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Oh, wide open, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. A handoff for ETN. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Lawrence will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is Tony Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And down right around the 37. 75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Jags grab it.
That one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. Hyde. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offense.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Elliott. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Agnew now to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they'll run with Etienne. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On second and goal, Lawrence. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here we go. 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Elliott going to get it again on second down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Cowboys, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I went and got my digits up. Listen, your favorite, bruh. Listen, you don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor.